The last round of
horror show.
Welcome to the last Roundup Horror Show. I'm Frank. We got Jason over here. Jared is not with us, but we've got a Ray McGuff.
Hello.
And this is our Christmas episode. We watched some Christmas films, and we're going to talk about them, ladies and gentlemen. So up first, I'm going in order of years. 1997, Jack Frost. Summary for this film: when his prison transport collides with a truck full of genetic material, condemned serial killer Jack Frost is inexplicably transformed into a terrifying, murderous snowman. Director Michael Cooney, who also directed the sequel, and written by Michael Cooney with Jeremy Page, who also worked on the sequel. You have any additional details, Jason?
Yeah, I got a tagline. He's chillin' and he's killin'. Distributed by Apex Entertainment and on Blu-ray by Vinegar Syndrome 2016, which I picked up. That's what I have. Beautiful. And this movie looks really good. They really did. They did a great job with it.
I love the narration over the beginning credits. That is so fucking funny and nostalgic for me, because I remember watching this. What was I, 13? Something? What, 97? Yeah, 12, 13.
The only time I've ever seen this movie was on VHS. I've never.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see it on DVD, so I literally went from VHS to a 2K remastered cut.
Yeah, it's one of the weirdest things I read about the trivia in this movie was that during the auditions for Jack Frost's voice, somebody pulled a knife out. Like, I don't know I couldn't find anything else except for that. They said somebody pulled a knife. I'm looking for
They
video.
weren't supposed to?
No, it was just like, I don't know if they attacked. There was no other details. I looked into this extensively with no results at all.
Well, in those, there's usually like a room full of people, right?
Yeah.
So maybe he just thought it would add to it.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm Jack Frost, motherfucker.
Right, yeah.
Ah!
Look, I really am. I'm crazy.
I'm a crazy snowman. Ah! I don't know. But did you notice that there was no real snow in this at all? It was all foam and cotton balls.
Some of it looks really
How
bad.
is that snowman he's making at the beginning look in HD Blu-ray?
It looks like the snowman Jack Frost looks ridiculous throughout this movie.
Yeah, right.
It either looks like styrofoam balls or a padded
Puppet thing.
like
like a mascot kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a school mascot.
Out of all the movies we've ever watched on this show involving people dying in Christmassy kind of ways, this one really is the most Christmassy, I think. The lady that gets the Christmas lights tied around her neck and face, and then her face smashed into ornaments is really just great. But essentially this movie is Child's Play with a snowman. Almost entirely. And let me get this straight, because did the sheriff's son put antifreeze in the cookie thing he made?
Yeah,
so
because he didn't want him to get cold.
So he
about killed his dad. He wanted him to stay warm, and he made him some cookies to take to work with antifreeze in it. That's how they figure out. That's how you kill Jack Frost, with antifreeze.
That's fucking crazy. But I think that the cut I watched was edited. Isn't the bathtub scene rather graphic? Because isn't there like a weird thing with that carrot? Because all I saw was it floating in the bathtub for a second, and then it cuts to like, it seems like there's something really graphic that was cut out.
I don't think so, because I don't think
Doesn't he have
Vinegar
sex with her
Syndrome
or
would have
something?
put a cut.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it shows him like doing her from behind. You did not see that part?
Briefly.
Like, there's no real, like, it's not.
Yeah.
not really graphic.
But wasn't there like
It's
a
funny.
pop
It's-
sound whenever he pulled the carrot out or something?
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
I watched it on, I think, Amazon or something like that, and I was thinking maybe I had a different cut than you did.
No.
It was weird.
It's not graphic. It's great. It's one of the best shower scenes.
Which, that's Shannon Elizabeth, who is
Yeah.
American Pie.
Really, really weird.
That's her first movie. I'm really amazed how well this movie held up for me. I thought it was going to be one of those movies I remembered liking a lot when I was a teenager, but in my 30s, I'm being too cynical to enjoy it. But I really, I had a fun time with it. A lot of things look bad in this movie, but if you hit play on this, if you pick the DVD up or click on it online, and you know what it is, so if you click on it, you can't blame yourself.
I would hope so. I mean, just by the cover alone, the artwork, you know what you're going to get.
But 7 out of 10. I had fun with this. Yeah. But what do you think, Jason?
It's low budget, done well. It knows what it is, and it's got balls to the wall pretty much the whole way through. We've done said the Jack Frost looks horrible, but it doesn't matter. It's a low budget movie. It's part of the charm, I guess. It's fun to watch. If you go to watch it, don't take it seriously. Just laugh at it. It's a fun Christmas movie. It's got good kills, great one-liners, filled with lots of one-liners. I mean, they're great. One of the best shower scenes, like I said, with Shannon Elizabeth. It's ridiculous. It's good Christmas horror. I give it an 8.
Now, Ray hasn't watched he's seen this one, but
I saw the Michael Keaton version.
Oh, he saw the But what I've done is printed out some bad reviews from IMDB, and Ray's going to read them in place of Jared, because I was going to have him just pretend to be Jared.
Well, I did wear a very Jared
pretty sure
outfit. I put my hat on, a little sideways, and I got an old jacket.
Yeah, it's fairly close. Well, what do they say? What do you got here for Jack Frost?
Jack Frost. This reviewer gave it a 1 out of 10, and his headline was, "There's a fine line between cheese and crap, and this movie crosses it." He goes on to say, "I've never seen such a terrible movie in my life. I mean, a kid's head gets cut off from the force of an empty sled.
great.
A snowman with a costume that has seams clearly visible.
Well,
This is a pitiful excuse."
they got that one.
Yeah.
Hit him there.
"This is a pitiful excuse for a movie." Yeah.
Wow.
He was not a fan.
So he wanted a real snowman.
Yeah.
You could
There's
see
no
any
way on earth you can. If you want to make it a serious movie, if you want to take Jack Frost and turn it into a serious movie, you make it a guy in a snowman suit that's killing people. That's the only way it's going to be realistic. There's no. Well, I don't know. They had that movie, The Snowman or whatever. Did you watch that? Was that about a snowman?
No, that was about a serial killer who puts
snow
the
on their
heads of their
faces?
victims on snowmen.
The snowman?
Yeah, something like that.
It's like one of
It
the
was
worst movies
pretty
that
recent.
came out.
The trailer looked interesting, but
I'm sure Frank will put it on his
yeah,
list.
Put it on my list. Hey, hoo, ha. Yeah, I don't get it.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, 2008, The Children.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
A relaxing Christmas vacation turns into a terrifying fight for survival as the children begin to turn on their parents. Directed by Tom Shankland, known for The Killing Gene and The Missing, as well as directing episodes of shows like Luke Cage, Punisher, and the upcoming TV adaptation of Les Miserables. Writers Paul Andrew Williams, known for writing and directing The Cottage,
Yeah.
and
I've seen that.
Tom Shankland. Do you have any additional details on this?
I also saw by that Shankland, the Punisher.
Oh, yeah.
Director. Tagline: "You brought them into this world, now they will take you out." Distributed by Vertigo Films and Ghost House Underground, and it's released on Blu-ray by Ghost House, but I don't know how long that's been out, but it's out there already.
Right. I truly dislike both sets of parents. And I'm glad the creepy uncle died before he fucked the teenage girl, because there was really there was going to be.
He was trying. He was getting there. He started to build something with her.
I think there's probably a way to make this movie without all the screeching, screaming children. It really triggered a lot of PTSD style reactions out of me from having kids in my house.
I done the same thing to me. I have it written down here. Just before the kid, I wanted the kids to die instantly. The movie barely got going. And just them being loud and screaming and running around and just being kids. But
I wanted to write into.
I would have stopped in that.
I wanted to write into old Tom Shankland and be like, "Hey, Mr. Shankland, as a parent, stop it."
It was horrifying.
Yeah.
That part alone was horrifying.
I really liked the score. It was a lot of tension-building themes with a really wintry kind of tinklings and reminded me actually of the Ice Storm. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah,
that had a lot of
John
weird
Cusack.
Yeah, weird sounds. I love the fucking when the bone juts through that. Did that get you? The bone jutting through the skin?
There's some good kills. There's some good parts of this.
Yeah. It would truly be a fucking terrible situation to be in this because you have to kill your own kids. So, it's
probably one of the worst, hardest things you would have to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Randy, if they're coming at me trying to kill him,
What are you gonna do?
You got to push him onto the glass.
Yeah.
I don't know. I watched this a long time ago. I wrote down the eye stabbing with a lot of exclamation points. So keep a lookout for that, whatever that means. I can't remember. Something wicked, I guess. That's 4 exclamation points, Randy.
The eye stabbing.
The biggest problem is why couldn't the blonde mom just explain to her own son that her own son tried to kill her? That is why couldn't you? The motherfucker came at me. You saw it. You pointed out. Say it. What? This is another problem in movies where they just can't say the damn thing that happened in a concise way. The whole thing could have been avoided. But even though this movie's a huge bummer, I actually liked it a lot. It reminded me sort of like The Good Son, weird. It made me feel weird in that kind of way.
Yeah.
But I gave it an 8 out of 10. It could have used a little levity, but otherwise.
This is my second time watching this. And the first time I thought I missed why the kids all of a sudden start acting the way they do.
Yeah.
And I just didn't think anything about it. So watching this again, they don't touch on it. They don't explain it. Nothing. One of the girls coughs up a little mucus or whatever, and she wipes it on her pillow, and then the movie takes off from there. But yeah, they don't explain it all, which I guess whatever.
They kind of point towards
you don't need to.
They kind of point it towards the woods, because she's looking at the woods, and then. I don't know. And then she starts acting weird. I don't know.
Yeah,
they keep showing the woods.
It was some virus.
Yeah, it could have been.
I don't know.
I guess.
You're saying it's supernatural?
It's hard to tell, man. It's hard to tell.
Anyway, so I guess it's up to your interpretation. I wanted these kids to die right away, like I said. They're just running around being loud, being annoying, just ready for them to die. It's a slow burn. It has lots of creepy elements. Creepy kids. I mean, not necessarily the way they look or anything, but just you're trying to kill me.
Yeah,
you're creepy. It's a lot of tension building. I like horror with snow. I love. It don't even have to be Christmas. Just winter.
Just blood in the snow, man.
Winter horror. It just automatically adds atmosphere, instantly.
Right.
It's good. It's not great. The Xmas, the Christmas theme is not really.
Yeah.
They just carry presents in the door, right?
Yeah.
So other than that, there's nothing really Christmas. But again, the snow's cool. I gave it a 6.
And we got a bad review here.
Yeah, it says The Children, 1 out of 10. Just an awful movie is the tagline of that. Just an
That'll be
awful.
on the back side.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Wait. All right.
It says I'd give it a rating of 0 if it allowed me. For this reasoning. There are no specific plot points along the way. It becomes a jumbled storyline that goes on a continuous Screamfest. The children are going on a random killing spree because of some so-called flu virus. Jason, looks like this guy hates it, but he agrees with you. You can't even understand what they're saying because they're British.
Are they British?
That's great. The sound quality
They are British.
That's what it says. The sound quality is horrible unless you're using headphones. Maybe that's why he thinks they're British. He was using some shitty headphones.
I don't know.
It's set as if you were sitting in the movie theater and this was happening around you. I rented this at a local Blockbuster hoping it would be good. I guess I was wrong. This was horrible. I don't know how people rated this as a good film with no plot and no climax.
What does it say? What year he rented this? What year is this?
June of 2011.
Oh, so there's still Blockbusters in
There isn't really a plot. I mean,
no.
The kids just start turning on their parents, but
yeah, you don't need. You don't need.
I mean, if this is a one, what do you give? What do you give bad movies?
And a lot of good horror movies just start
even if
like
you
that,
don't like even if you don't like the story, it's well done enough to warrant at least a 3 or a 4.
If there's not a story, you can make up for it in other ways.
Right.
So a 1, whatever. Whatever, Frank.
Whatever. Let's travel into the year of 2010 with Sint, the Saint, or Saint Nick, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure there was about
you can keep.
There was about 15 other different names for it, but a horror film that depicts Saint Nicholas as a murderous bishop who kidnaps and murders children when there is a full moon on December 5th. Written and directed by Dick Maas.
How's that name?
M-A-A-S.
That sounds made up.
Dickmas.
I'm Dick Mass.
Yeah, there's no credit that I recognized on IMDb, but if you check this dude out, if you look at Dick Maas, M-A-A-S, if you look him up on IMDb, he looks like that JP dude from Grandma's Boy. You know what I'm talking about? The guy in the long trench. He's got like a trench coat.
The trench coat.
Grandma's Boy. They tested video games.
Is he the robot? The guy's got robot legs.
Yeah, I've got robot ears. You wouldn't understand it. He's listening to techno. That guy. Yeah. Anyways, or he looks like he's in the Matrix. There you go. He looks like Keanu Reeves in the Matrix. But how the fuck did this detective guy get a job as a detective when he's this goddamn crazy and he shoots his gun off 4 or 5 times into a present and he's obsessed with Santa Claus and he's like, he saw his whole family die by Santa Claus's hand? How's he get a job?
That doesn't matter.
Okay, well, I'm just wondering.
Because
he doesn't even get and there's no repercussions at all for him to just blast off these fucking rounds in the office. One of the funniest things about this, the dub in this movie, is that it seems like they had a problem getting the proper sounding actors for the different people. Because there's a part where the grizzled old detective dude is on the phone. He sounds like a 25.
Wait a minute. Did you watch this in English?
Yeah.
No. I should have told you. No.
That's just how it played on
the English
Amazon.
Oh. Shit. No, the English dub.
I believe it had subtitles going too.
I don't know. You need to watch it in Dutch.
But I'm just saying that
English subtitles.
They had a little kid that he's fighting with his sister, and he sounded like the same voice that they used on this old dude. The
English dub.
Yeah,
don't ever watch it. I guess.
I always get annoyed with that, so I always do what Jason said. I watch foreign films with
this one's
subtitles.
real bad.
Yeah.
There's great gore effects in this movie. Whether it's a face getting chopped or a knife coming through a dude's mouth, it's all really graphic. They're not afraid to show it on the screen. The whole thing about the Black Pete's seems a little bit racist. I don't know. Seems a little racist.
The what?
The Black Pete's. The guys that go around with Saint Nick and they're like they charcoal dudes, and then the guys that are playing dressed up as them are literally wearing blackface. But they didn't really even look like black dudes to me. They looked like dirty ass chimney sweep demons or something. But the one guy says that they look like one of them looked like 50 Cent and one of them looked like Will Smith. Maybe that wasn't. Maybe that was just in the dub. Maybe that was just in the dub, man.
I didn't catch that.
It was a solid soundtrack, nothing exceptional, but it was very effective.
You gotta watch it. Go watch it again.
Yeah, I like the movie a lot.
Yeah.
But you
It's
guys,
even better,
you
right?
guys both recently watched Santa's Sleigh, right? You
Yeah.
did you buy it?
Yeah. Well,
And you watched it for
I watched it,
Schlockfest.
yeah.
Who do you? Well, you don't know this movie. I was gonna say, who do you think would win in a battle? Like,
it's this guy.
yeah,
Saint.
he's definitely.
I saw the cover for this. This guy looks
Yeah.
scarier than Goldberg.
He's
Good. I mean,
definitely-
Goldberg's a big wrestler, Santa, but
Yeah.
he's not this. Dude.
Well, fuck, this dude takes his staff and like sticks it in a dude's neck and spins it all the way around and decapitates him.
Yeah,
It's fucking wicked.
he's good.
I hate it when people in these movies don't believe something that handfuls of people have seen. When the cops come and there's a cop car and it's smashed in because a horse fell on it, all they have to do is go up to those gay dude's apartment who this horse and Santa Claus fell through their roof while they're having wine. and because they probably already reported, hello, yeah, we're two gay dudes just having this wine party, and a horse and Santa Claus just broke through our whole fucking apartment. That's been reported. I promise it, because they didn't die. Those guys didn't die, and nobody believes it. Pfft, it's Saint Nick. Pfft, whatever. Black Pete's. They're like killing people all over town. But yeah, this was a really fucking well done thing. I didn't know what I was getting into.
It's a well done thing.
It's a well done thing, man.
Just listen to him.
Just let's take it from me. It's a well done thing. It's just nice to have a different take on Saint Nick or Santa Claus, even in a horror movie, because it's always just a guy that's a killer or something lame. But he even has a schooner, Ray. He has a schooner.
Well,
That's what they called it. I don't, yeah, but it's a great movie. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, good Christmas horror from the Netherlands. I have wrote down here. I should have told you. Don't watch this movie in English. I think that goes for most movies, but this one's bad. And I think from now on, I will never call you Frank again. I don't know why I never thought of Frank. 'Cause that's the way every time they said that guy's name, I was like, Frank. I'm never calling him Frank again. It's Frank.
I'll have to watch this with just the original.
Oh my god!
Recipe.
Yeah, I should have told you. No, it's good. It's funny. It's action packed. Like there's a lot of stuff going on here. It's like a holiday zombie slasher.
Yeah.
Like that's just weird. And their take or their tradition or whatever. What is it? December 5th.
Yeah.
December 5th on a full moon. This
Every 35 years or something.
Sint Claus comes in and he just kills. He kills everyone. It don't matter
Yeah.
if it's good or bad. It's just I like seeing another country's tradition with that. Looks good. Lots of cool shots of what are we calling this guy? Saint
Nick.
Like it's backlit.
Yeah.
So it's just his shape, his form. He's
He,
got his
he
bishop
makes
hat. He's got
he
his
makes a
big staff.
fucking entrance. I'll tell
Yeah,
you
like
that.
it's lots of cool shots like that. It's shot really well. I like the story, the tradition. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. I gave it an 8.
nice. It sounds good. I will
Watch
check it
this
out.
for sure. And
Yeah,
don't do English.
No, I won't do that. I have the bad review, so 1 out of 10. This guy gave it. He said it was absolutely terrible, one of the worst movies he had ever seen. It says, I'm not quite sure what to say here. The story is terrible and absurd. It's not funny. The acting is horrendous and laughable.
When was this supposed to be funny?
The special effects, it says the special effects are so bad that a high schooler could probably do better.
Oh, you're crazy.
Plot holes litter the entire film. It's truly difficult to watch more than 20 minutes of this movie. It was free on fear.net, so I figured I'd give it a chance, but I wasted 2 hours of my life with garbage.
Fear.net.
Maybe the makers intended this to be some sort of comedy, but I didn't find it funny at all. I urge you to steer clear of this heap of rubble and watch something else instead. Maybe even a documentary instead. anything would be better than this. Wow, that guy really hated it.
Yeah.
I mean, he took the time to go type it up and everything.
Absolutely crazy.
It's funny he's talking that how the plot sucks. And it's another
moves so
country's
fast.
tradition.
Yeah.
It moves so fucking fast. How could you even notice a plot hole? There's a thing that happens in another thing, and then another thing.
And I trust you guys. This guy says the special effects are bad, and you said that they're pretty cool.
He
so.
sticks a thing in a dude's neck and spins it around.
Yeah, there's some bad stuff.
Oh, okay.
He's on a horse jumping from building to building.
There is a digital
from
horse.
roof to roof.
Oh, okay.
And the horse looks bad.
When the horse falls on the cop car,
but I mean, as
there
far
is a
as-
digital horse, but the digital horse is not a digital bear. I'll have you know that it doesn't take you out of the movie.
All right.
That bear looks better. No, he's right. He's right there.
But I'm like, when I think of special effects, I think of, like you're saying, The Kill. You know,
Right.
To me, like, sure, digital horses, they probably don't. Look
That's a
great
difficult
in a
thing to come
low-budget
by.
movie. In a low budget movie, in a high budget movie, it's hard for them to look good. You know, but as far as like, you know, the kills and stuff like that, did the gore look good? I mean, it seemed like you guys enjoyed it. I know you.
It's a
you
fun
hate,
movie.
You know, shit
Yep.
that's like CGI blood and
it's-
stuff. So.
Like I said, it's one of my favorite Christmas movies. And I didn't see this till last year. I didn't get it till last year. And it's crazy how I heard nothing about it. And then one day I just always looking for another good Christmas horror movie. Watched the trailer of this and like, Jesus, like how
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense with it. Being
I think
from the
there's a
Netherlands.
lot out there that we haven't even watched yet. I mean, it seems like I just saw something on Hulu that. Oh yeah, they put a new movie on there that's like holiday based or whatever. But they're always making new shit. And this is one I hadn't seen either, from 2015, A Christmas Horror Story. Interwoven stories that take place on Christmas Eve, as told by one festive radio host. A family brings home more than a Christmas tree. A student documentary
Careful.
becomes a living nightmare. A Christmas spirit terrorizes, and Santa slays evil. Directed by Grant Harvey, Stephen Hoban, and Brett Sullivan. All have extensive IMDb credits, but they all three worked on the Ginger Snaps franchise, which is they set this movie in the town that Ginger Snaps happened in. So
That Stephen Hoban, he also, I think he was the director on the Black Christmas from 2000.
yeah, I think I saw that.
Splice.
That's a pretty good.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is written by 5 different writers, but I'm not stumbling through those names. I know myself. I know who I am. Do you have any additional details?
Well, for writers, I wrote down a bunch. Tagline: You better watch out. Distributed by Image Entertainment and RLJ Entertainment, and on Blu-ray, it was released by Image in 2015.
Cast highlight: William Shatner plays the radio host Dangerous Dan, so that's delightful through this whole fucking movie. The guy that plays Santa Claus, I was like, where the fuck have I seen this dude at? And it was from Meatballs 3. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that one.
I would never recognize it.
Meatballs 3 is a weird one. It's got that guy that used to be on Grey's Anatomy. What's his name? He was McSexy or whatever.
Well, yeah, it's,
McDreamy.
Oh God, he was also in Can't Buy Me Love.
Yeah.
The original.
Patrick
Duffy? No, that's
no, whatever.
Yeah.
But that guy plays Mean Gene in Meatballs 3. He's also the voice of the Beast on X-Men. And he's in a million biker things because he just looks like a biker. I mean, if they would have just made this a straight Santa Claus movie, they could have made millions of dollars off the way they set up the North Pole at the beginning, because it looked better than any fucking family film I've ever seen in my life. But they turned this into a zombie story. The elves become zombies.
It's good and fun.
It's fun. And it's a really smooth anthology movie. Jared always complains about anthology movies feeling broken and cut up, but this one was so perfectly crafted that, like, Shatner comes in, introduces the whole. It just works so well, and it wraps up perfectly at the end. But there are basically 4 storylines in this. The first one is the Santa battling the elves. The second one is this family tries to get a Christmas tree. They steal a Christmas tree off this guy's land, but they end up taking a changeling into their house.
See, I think this is probably the weakest one.
Right.
But it's still pretty
They're all solid stories. The third story is about some teenagers who are making a video about a murder in a closed school, and it ends up. This is the one that didn't know what this one. I didn't know what was happening.
Maybe this one is the weakest one.
I think this one probably is because I had no fucking clue what was going on. I don't know what they were going for, but the fourth story is about Krampus, and he's hunting this terrible family, and that is a really fun one. And then it wraps up at the end with Krampus fighting Santa Claus, but then I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. I don't know if I should with Ray here, because have you seen it? You haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it, but I will watch it. But I mean, go ahead. Do it.
Well, basically, this whole thing with the zombie elves and Krampus ends up that it's the weatherman from the radio station who had went to do a remote report, and William Shatner's trying to check in with him through the whole movie, but he can't get a hold of him, and he has ended up going crazy, and he's killed a ton of people, and he's dressed up like Santa Claus, and he thinks that Krampus is like this manager of a store or something. He's going to kill him, but the cops come and fucking destroy him, shoot him down. But it's
a cool story added in with the other stories.
It was for me. It was completely unexpected.
It's part of the wraparound,
and it was. I was like, how the hell are they gonna wrap this up? And they fucking did it perfectly. But yeah, I give this a 9 out of 10. I don't understand what was happening with the baby and the teenager thing. Like, you got the girl pregnant, and then there was a sacrifice. I don't know. I don't understand that, and I don't need to, because I don't care enough. But that was the weak part for me.
Yeah, it's Christmas horror. It's an anthology, so it's right up my alley. As soon as I found out about this was a blind buy. I heard about this. I didn't even watch a trailer. Just went out and bought it. Don't regret it either. You definitely should watch this. Shatner's great.
Can I stream this, or is it just?
Yeah, this was on. I watched this on Netflix, I think, or it's out there.
Amazon or Netflix.
Okay,
it might even be on Hulu.
I'll check it out. I wanted to see that. I'm sorry to interrupt.
He's totally lost now.
I'm a terrible guess.
We were talking. He was talking about the 4 different stories.
Oh.
They're all completely different. It's like you have. Like it's 4 different subgenres of horror, and then the wraparound story with Shatner. It's good. It's the Krampus.
Either way, I think.
What they say in this one? I think
probably cramp.
I don't know. Anyway, he looks great. Yeah, I think the Santa Claus looks great. I think. I would love to see almost like a feature-length film just off.
Yeah, that would be good.
Just those 2 battling alone. The effects are great. There's a lot of gore in it. It's shot really well. Mainly the Santa and the Krampus just looks great and feels great. I recommend this one to anyone. I gave it an 8.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, if I can channel Jared for just a second here. Now, Frank, I don't hate anthologies. I just don't. It's just not my cup of tea.
There's some bad ones.
I like to watch just one movie if I'm going to do it, Frank. Let's put in a movie and watch one film all the way through. I don't need. I have a short attention span.
Yeah.
Because I listen to the show, so
yeah.
I heard it. But anyways, that being said, my review.
Oh, that's a long one.
Yeah, this one's kind of long, so I'll hurry it up. But Christmas Horror Story, they gave it a 2 out of 10. Their one saving grace was, thank God, at least it had Shatner.
Yeah, there were no 1-star reviews for this, so that says a lot for it.
Yeah. It says, I'm one of those people that'll usually watch anything as long as William Shatner's in it. So when I saw this Christmas horror movie and I saw Shatner was in it, I thought I'd give it a shot. I knew Shatner wasn't going to be the star or the focus of the film. This story really is 4 in 1. Santa with zombie elves, he goes on to say. But then he goes, the wrap-ups are ridiculous. they're at odds with what they're trying to convey. If it weren't for Shatner, I'd give this movie a 1. But God help me, Shatner makes even the worst piece of shit worth seeing. So Shatner, I toast you. As far as the rest of this stupid nonsense, it's trash bin. Go 2 out of 10.
Shatner is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he might be how many times did he say his name in there?
Oh, like
Dangerous
skipped over a whole part.
He might have
Yeah.
not liked horror movies at all and just watched it.
Yeah.
I could listen to a William Shatner radio show. I would listen to a William Shatner radio show. And he was getting drunk.
It's
the whole
good.
time.
Yeah, he's drinking. He's he's trying to get a hold of whatever he is, a correspondent,
The weatherman.
And then there's someone else. Is there someone else in the booth he's talking to?
Yeah, like his
but they
producer
never-
or whatever. His Roz.
Yeah,
You know?
it's good. He's good in it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other good stuff.
It's a little old reference.
A little Frasier
A little
reference.
Frasier reference for
But,
those Frasier fans that are listening.
That's the episode, guys. No mailbag.
By the way, we're in like a 40-degree garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jared
shut
is... Jared's ill. Yeah, that's a good time. Good time. for-
Randy's cut out of this part.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
If you could get this book, go to Amazon, look up Randy. Well, no, it's not Randy.
I was-
Randall Wotan.
I was promised that I could promote this if I came out in the garage. Buy it at Amazon. It's
What do you got here?
$9.99.
What is this?
It's
Is
my-
this horror?
It's it's
Wait a minute, you gave me this.
I did. I gave you a copy of that. That's correct.
Probably still in my gig.
Mint condition. Mint condition.
It is. I wrote a collection of short horror stories, and I use horror as the
you can get that at Amazon.
the sense. So there's some stories that are horrific in the sense that it's there's one about a tribe of people that are getting attacked on an island. It's horrific in the sense that it was a true thing that happened. So there's a haunted house story. I have my version of a Frankenstein story, a story about child abuse and a guy growing up in a house like that. So I have it's an eclectic group of stories, and I'm proud of it. This, out of all the books I've written 3. This is my favorite one. It's called A Crimson Autumn by Randall Wotan. Yeah, Randall
Peek
Wotan.
in there. What a horrible time
For sale.
the camera to die.
It's for sale.
Yeah,
For
I need to
sale
change the battery out.
on Amazon.
He's not even getting any face time. Get up in there.
All right, that's me. All right, Randall Wotan, the book and the deal and the thing. Amazon.com. I love this show. You guys take it away.
Okay, well, you can write us into the mailbag. We'll read your shit. Maybe if you do it, you're not going to do it. LRHSpod@gmail.com. Jared, we hope you get well soon.
Jared has an earache.
He's got an ear infection. So we'll
He
see.
couldn't watch movies all month. Couldn't watch any movies.
He did say.
those can be tricky.
He got a hold of me like yesterday and said, or no, 2 days ago maybe, and he's like, I haven't watched any of the movies. I'm like, you haven't watched? You must have been planning on this. I think he's leaving the show, Jason.
All right. You guys replacement already.
I have
You can't
literally
see him right now.
I have literally nothing
over here.
I am over here. I literally have nothing to do. I don't have children. I just work all the time. So I'll take his spot.
Closer now.
And I'll start the Reading Rainbow of Death up again. And guess what? I'll start with local authors here in the Alger McGuff area. Yeah. And see
them all.
somebody, there's probably one at least besides me, Yeah. I'll get them, Jerry. You better come back. You better get over this earache.
You'll write a book a month.
That's right. I'll write my own books that center around a group of people that review horror films, Jared.
Oh,
How would you like that, Jared?
Merry Christmas, Yuletides.
I should decorate.
But I hope you get well, buddy. I love you.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.